Welcome back to my YouTube channel for another video. You know, this weekend has been quite interesting, to say the least. I was subject to a lot of racist abuse, let's say, and it was not fun. At first I thought, you know what, it's alright. Then it got further and further, and then the responses that I got after I shared it on social media was like also very trash. So then I took like a weekend break from Snapchat and Instagram, which was alright. Then I got bored, so on Monday I downloaded it again, as you do, of course. But I think it highlights just a few things I want to talk about. Firstly, I cannot understand why white people are more scared of what people think of them rather than tackling the issue themselves. Because I've got about 3-4 DMs saying, oh, it's not all white people. So what white people do I trust? Because I've trusted white people in the past and they have not once been good. I've trusted them in the past and they've betrayed my trust and they've been racist. So who do I trust? I don't know. And you can't tell me that answer. And I know you can't. Because they will go on about, oh, you know, me and other white people, we're good to this cause. I don't know what these other white people are, if I'm being quite honest. I don't know who these white people are. You've given me no names because you can't, and you're just trying to get yourself out of a situation that obviously did not concern you. And then I make it a point never to say all white people. I always just say white people. And then someone else got angry at me for saying white people. What other terminology should I use? Because what should I call you? Bleach monkeys? Bleach maggots? Salt? Like, I don't understand. If I can't use the phrase white people, what should I say? Some? But then the people who are racist gets away with it because they'd be like, some. Probably not me. But you don't have to shoehorn yourself into every single situation. Sometimes you just have to take a step back and just listen and support your friends if they are in a situation where they're getting racially abused, like me, for example. Just be like, hey, you doing alright? Is there anything I can do? Hope you're doing well, you know. But no, they just go straight in with the, not all white people. I'm not like this. I don't care if you're not like this. Because you don't hold your friends accountable, because you don't listen, and because you decide to say not all white people, that's what happens. The racial abuse is what happens. Because now your friends think they can say more stuff around you, be more comfortable. And eventually it goes up and up and up until it explodes. And the racial abuse that I received on Friday, that's what happens. That is exactly what happens. You can't just be going around saying to black people whenever they post about stuff saying it's not all white people. Don't group us in with that. Like, your identity is white. You are automatically grouped in with them. No matter what other identities that you have. Like, for example, if you're queer, or if you're disabled, for example, that does not negate your whiteness. You are white before anything else. You are white before anything. So you need to recognize your whiteness, recognize your privilege, and use it for good. White people listen to white people. If a black person says exactly the same thing that a white person would say, the white person will get more likes, more recognition, people will listen to them more, they won't have as nasty DMs. People have been saying stuff for years and years, nothing. They get abused regularly, and as soon as a white person says it, praise everywhere. And then they steal the content off the black person as well. Like, it's tiring. And you know, behind every single white person who, you know, changes and becomes an ally and does activism is literally a person of colour struggle. And them, you know, day in, day out, week in, week out, trying to educate them, and it's getting annoying. You can't expect black people to always be educating you and always to be, you know, telling you what's right and wrong. You can't be doing that. You need to do research by yourself. You need to go on the internet and search up what you can do in that certain situation. Can't always be relying on me or other people. Like, yes, I've decided that with my platform, that I will be, sharing what to do and highlighting black issues. But do not go to me every single time you have a problem or question and ask me, because it's very taxing. Sometimes I just want to break, and I can't be opening my phone every time and seeing DM saying, oh, what about this and what about that? And I'm like, I don't want to answer this, but, I would much rather educate someone than ignoring them and then give them being nasty to me, leading up to them being racist and losing another friend. So sometimes you just have to be like, maybe let's research this and see what comes up. And then explain your research to whoever you want to ask, and they'll be like, oh wow, at least they've researched it, so I'm happy to give you this information because you researched it and you kind of know stuff about it instead of me having to explain it all. Those are just the takeaways that I want to take from my abuse, my racial abuse that I received. I love it so much. Please stop, how do I phrase this? Stop asking your black friends every single question, every single post you come across. Sometimes just do your research, and if you find that the research isn't conclusive enough, then maybe ask them. But sometimes you just need to take that burden and do it yourself. Otherwise, you'll have people like that who decide that when they get confronted with a little bit of information, they go berserk and start calling you the M-word. That has been me. And until my next video, peace.